Hello from sunny Utah. It's a beautiful day. These are strange times. We've just made a huge transition in the last couple days, and I'm kind of getting caught up in all the little things I want to do to get us settled, and realized I've got nothing to do over the next several weeks while we're homebound. So why not take a time to get together with you on our mat and really just give you permission to take this time for yourself. Self-care is the ultimate form of healthcare, of raising our vibration, of raising our immunity, and yoga is kind of a gateway to that self-awareness, self-care. So take a comfortable seat, close your eyes, sit up tall, and tune into your breathing. Notice if that breath has become shallow and stunted. I know mine has, and under all the pressure, the worry about how it was going to be with this moving in the midst of this COVID-19 virus. Just tune into the breath. Just let it be what it will be. But notice as you start to tune more into the breath automatically begins to deepen. Allow the breath to move as it will. And after watching your breath for a few moments, encourage the breath to deepen into the belly, even broadening through the rib cage and up into the chest, sitting a little taller. Today I don't have any props with me. Feel free to use yours as you need, a block or a blanket to sit on. I'm keeping it simple today, taking in new air from a loving universe and release the used air into that accepting universe. And with each exhalation, allow yourself to feel a little more grounded here on your mat. This is a step on the path of self-care. With each exhalation, feel yourself becoming more settled and more present. I can feel a difference just in the few moments that I've been sitting here. Why do we not come to our mat every day? So coming to the mat, it's a step on the path of self-care. You soften the skin and allow yourself to relax. You know, if you've got a lot of people in your home right now, taking a couple moments for yourself may appear a little bit selfish, because we tend to give ourselves away until we're exhausted. But I'm speaking from my own situation too. Cultivating this selfishness can be a virtue that activates our ever-flowing spring of goodness from which we can share liberally with others. If we're dry and exhausted, we don't really do too well. So breathe in that awareness, that permission to honor yourself right now on our mat, what our own wants and needs are, and then we can address those for others. Take another couple clearing breaths here. And then moving in your pace at your time, we're going to come to cat-cow. So coming to all fours, curling the toes under, lifting the head, lifting the hips, and round the other way. Coming back and forth here. I've been lifting some unusual objects, and so my low back, of course, is a little bit tight. My neck is tight. So feel free to move here in any way that you like to let that tension go. Maybe moving yourself a little bit around in a circle. And then coming back to center with your arms straight, fingers spread wide, fingertips pushing down into the mat. Push yourself away, keeping the arms straight. Allow your heart to come toward the floor. No need to drop the head. Keep the head level with the spine. Inhale again, push away so the arms seemingly come out of the shoulder socket, and then just let the arm bone move back into the shoulder socket. Shoulder blades move together on the back, and do one more of those. Inhale and exhale. Sit back into your child's pose. Take your knees wide, big toes touching. Sit your hips back onto your heels. Outstretch your arms or keep the arms folded under the forehead. Either way works. then outstretch your arms if they're not already, and come up to down dog. And here we're going to explore as well by bending one leg and then the other, moving the hips side to side, swiveling the heels over to the left, look under the right armpit, and come to center and over to the other side. Heels go to the right, look under the left armpit, come back to center. Now we're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, come to child's pose. Inhale back to down dog. And go back and forth here. We're going to exhale to child's pose. Inhale to down dog. And one more exhale here. Inhale back to down dog. Good, and walk your feet up to forward fold. Bringing your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky. Lift, come up. Now feel the distribution of the weight on your feet. Forward, back, side to side. See if you can level out that. Come to the front of your mat, actually. Level out your weight. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale down. We're going to come around to a sun salutation. So step your right leg back to deep lunge. Fingers can be on your hands can be on your fingertips. Lift yourself up and away from the floor while you're bending into that left leg. Reach the crown of the head forward. Deep inhale. And exhale, look back to the belly. Good. And forward. And back. And step back to down dog. Step that right foot up between your hands. Fingertips here. Lift the body up and away from the floor while you bend into that right knee a little more. And inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. And exhale, look back to your belly. Let's go one more round here. Good, and step forward, forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky. Lift halfway up here and pause. Lift and separate your toes. Spread your little toes out to the side while you press down through the ball of the big toe. And then push all the way up. Good. Now, balancing on your left leg, pick up your right ankle and draw the knees together. Scoop the tailbone down toward the earth. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Or reaching it forward, of course, a countertop or a chair. Always if you need that balance. Good, and unhook, release the leg, cross it over, right knee on top of the right ankle on top of the left knee. I hope you can see me okay without a glare from the sun, but we all need to see a little bit of sunshine today, so I figured even if you can just hear my voice. Okay, balancing on the right leg this time, pick up the left, move your inner thighs back, scoop the tailbone, draw the knees together here. And then that hand can reach up to the sky to counterbalance or reaching out onto a countertop, a chair for balance and support. Take a deep breath in here and release that foot, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Sit your hips down. Pause here, turn up the corners of your mouth. All will be well. We know we just need to be patient as we send our love out into the universe for those that are really struggling right now. Good, inhale, lift. Come back to the front of your mat. Actually, I take that back. We're going to do a little spine care. So, reaching our arms up to the sky, reach over to the right, and then inhale back to the center and over to the left. We'll do that one more time. Inhale up and exhale over. Inhale up and one more time over. top. Reach your hands down. What I want you to do is press your left hand to your heart and reach the heart up to your left hand. And reach back with your right hand and turn and look over the right hand. Good, and come back. This time we're going to add the breath. So inhale back and exhale forward. And one more time, each side. Inhale, back, and opposite side. Good. Now we want to inhale up to the sky, down to our forward fold, and lift halfway up and reach back down. This time walk yourself over your right leg and inhale halfway up and exhale down. Walk yourself over your left leg, inhale up and exhale down. Good, come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, inhale and rise. Now we're going to come to the front of our mat. And inhale, we're going to go around for a sun salutation on the second side. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale halfway up. And exhale down again. This time step the left leg back to deep lunge. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Scoop your outer right hip under. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. You can be on a block or up on fingertips here. And exhale down. Step back to top of a push-up position. Remember that rhomboid push-up we did from the very beginning. Push yourself up and away from the floor. And then draw the shoulder blades together on the back while the arms are straight. You can always drop your knees, remember. Keep your legs straight. Draw the elbows back. Lower down. Untuck the toes. Rotate the shoulders up and away from the floor. Drag the hands back and the heart forward. Simple cobra here. Exhale down. Again, rotate the shoulders up and away from the floor. Hug the shoulder blades toward the spine. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stack the arms. Let go with the breath. Let go of all the held tension. Move your hips here side to side. Let go of any held tension in the low back. I'm speaking to myself as well as you. Good. Bring your hands next to your chest. Curl the toes under. Back to down dog. This time what we're going to do is lift that right leg up to the sky. Reaching the heart toward the earth, but pushing the hands away evenly. Staying here or bending the leg, scooping the tailbone, push that foot out to the left, turn and look under the right armpit. Staying here, or go ahead and bring that right foot all the way to the left. Reaching the heart open toward the sky. Switch all the way back. Come back to your down dog. Take child's pose. And back up to down dog. We're going to go to the other side now, so listen to your body, taking care of you. Push your arms together. Push into the earth. Reach that left leg up toward the sky. Spin and look under the left armpit. Staying here, or you can bend the knee, scoop the tailbone, and push that foot out to the left or to the right, looking under the left armpit, or taking that foot all the way down, lowering the hips, and then scooping the tailbone, reaching up, opening the heart. Big breath here, and exhale. Release. We're going to bring that left foot all the way up between the hands. Come on, do the right fingertips. Left arm up to the sky and scoop the hips under. One more deep breath in. And exhale, relax, release, and step forward. Forward fold. Now we're going to come down to all fours and bring the right knee to the right wrist. Walk the left leg back. this right ankle is going to be toward my left hip. Push your hips up, flare them out to the right. Stick your butt out to the right, and then drag your right hip back and left hip forward. And then you can walk yourself forward, and you're going to decide how far down you come. But you still have integrity in the pose. So try this with me. Inhale. First of all, turn the toes under on the left foot. And then inhale, hug the legs together. And exhale, extend the left leg back and the right knee forward. And then you can release your head down to your folded arms, or to the block, or to the floor. Remember, we're taking care of ourselves here today. We're not adding tension. So please don't force yourself to the earth. If this pose doesn't feel right for you, I've got another one here. So staying in this posture, or a modification would be to bring that back leg forward and cross the knee, cross the left ankle over the right knee. So remember, you're going to stay in pigeon. If that feels good, you're going to stay there. This is the modification. If that pigeon doesn't feel good, and then you can reach back, come to the bottom of the right foot to the floor, lifting the heart. That might be a nice option for a hip opener for you. Now, if you're in pigeon, go ahead and join us. Bring that left leg forward, crossing it over the knee, and staying here, or you can wrap your hands around. So the crook of your right elbow can be in the arch of your left foot, and you can interlace your hands together, keeping that right leg straight or bent. And then inhale, hug the heart toward the leg back toward the heart. So you've got some options here. You can simply stay in this posture here, bending the knee or grabbing in this baby cradle. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other side. So plant your left leg down, right leg back, and push yourself up onto your hands. Flare your cheeks out to the left hip back, right hip forward. The toes are curled under on that right leg. And then inhale the heart forward, walk forward, and you're going to decide how far down to come. Checking in with the breath here. Perhaps you can hear mine. Just go with your own rhythm. Bring the heel of that right foot toward the midline, so don't let it float out. Mine, I caught myself, my heel was kind of floating out. I was getting passive there with that back leg, so bring that heel in, and maybe you can feel that into the left buttock or the left hip. Then remember, if this isn't your pose, you're going to come around, and let's see, we're going to straighten the left, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Maybe that's your hip opener right there. Or you can press the hands into the earth behind you, staying in your pigeon pose if that feels comfortable for you. Or maybe you bring the sole of the left foot to the floor, and maybe you come into cradle. So the heel or the arch of the right foot is into the crook of the left elbow, and then I'm trying to move the low back in and up, lifting. Got action here, lifting and separating the toes on both feet. Take another deep breath in, finding whatever posture there feels comfortable for you, and then release. Okay, so if you're like me, you haven't had a pedicure in a while, and you probably won't. One of the great things about having a pedicure is when they massage your feet. So it's not just about how they look, but it's about the therapeutic action. So what I want you to do is take straighten your right leg, bring your left foot up on your right knee, and then interlace your fingers between your toes. Now, I've just been wearing my sandals that do this for me around the house as we've been moving in, and that's been really helpful all the way up the body. So if those muscles in the feet are not in great alignment, the bones are not in great alignment, it can really affect the whole body. So taking the time now, just moving your hands back and forth, moving the toes front and back, and then go around in a circle. So now you're kind of massaging even all the way up into the ankle, and then go the opposite way. Good, and release the hands. And now you're going to take your fingers up the spine of your foot. So you're going to take your thumbs and massage them up the spine. So go from the heel. The foot really has a spine of its own. It's got several arches there. And then spread the toes apart. And then massage the toes. Kind of squeeze and move that energy out. Now just bring your feet next to each other, and notice maybe where one feels a little more spacious, a little more energetic, and then bring the other foot across, interlace your fingers. Now you may find that's difficult. The more you work on it, I promise, you'll make some progress there. Now bringing the hand forward and back, and forward and back. I don't know if it's a sunshiny place where you are, but I offer this sunshine. Looks like we've got plenty today. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cool, just the way I like it. Forward and back, and then circle around, and go the opposite way. Good, and then release the fingers. Rubbing those thumbs right up the spine of the foot again. Go up a couple times. Spread those toes apart. And then massage the toes. Good. And then straighten your legs out again. Looking at the benefits of what you've just done there. And inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Walk your hips back. You're trying to elongate the back of the leg, and then start to fold forward. Maybe your hands can come to your feet. Maybe they come to your knees or your shins. In either case, inhale, lift, pull low back in and up, and exhale, release again. And one more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Nice job. Inhale. Come onto the back, bringing the knees to the chest. Rotate the knees around in one direction and the opposite direction. Good. Hugging the knees back to the chest, and then bring the knees over to the left. Outstretch your right arm. Allowing the spine to twist in all the low back, the mid back, the upper back. Deepening the stretch by straightening the left leg. It means that right knee has to work a little harder to come to the mat. But remember, you're working with your body today. This is a simple self-care practice. Good. Come back. Hugging the knees, rocking side to side. And then taking the knees over to the right, outstretch your left arm, turn and look over the left shoulder. How is the breath? Has the breath found its way to become more deep through your practice? Is your mind quieted a little bit? Challenge, straighten the right leg, let the knee come a little closer to the earth. And unwind. Outstretching both legs, press your elbows down, lift the chest, and come into your Shavasana position. So you're going to let the energy move into the earth. So the spine, all the bones get heavy toward the earth. The heart and the upper, the front body is light and lifted. Staying here, closing the eyes, but opening the ears to hear the sounds around you, to hear these words. Let the mind come back to this idea of self-care. How do you care for yourself? Is this self-care casual or done with meaning, effort, or intention? What things would you like to do for yourself but haven't because you thought it would be too selfish? If you do those things, will your life be richer? Will you be happier? Will you have more peace of mind? Will you be able to let go of some resentment? Will you feel more supportive of yourself? If you answered yes to any of these questions, your life and your relationships will benefit from the infusion of a little selfishness. So give yourself permission to be selfish. You have the right and responsibility to take care of yourself. Cultivate this virtue of healthy selfishness. Allow that permission to seep into your soul. Feel the breath. Allow it to breathe you. Breathe in and fill. Breathe out and release. Breathe in and fill. And breathe out and release. Now become aware of your body by making slow, subtle movements. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. And notice how different you feel after spending this time honoring your body. Our bodies are a gift. Developing self-awareness through the mind, the body, and the spirit. Through that connection, it's a way we show appreciation for that gift. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your knees to your chest, roll to your right side, and slowly push up to sitting when you're ready. We sit here quietly and observe the body, the mind, and the breath. Great appreciation for this deeply needed practice in my day and hopefully in yours. In gratitude, I bow toward my teacher, toward this practice and all the teachers who have gone before. Blessings and thank you so much for joining me. I hope to come back and see you tomorrow.